there, my name's Beth, and today I'm going to be doing my Booktubeathon TBR pile. Booktubeathon is a readathon put on by Ariel Bissett of Booktube/YouTube, and this is the first readathon I've ever taken part in, and I figured I have so many books on my bookshelf that I need to read. I have read one book in the past 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this readathon will help me just get out of the slump, / lack of wanting to read, / lack of actually reading, and just get me to read some books. So, yeah, I will show you what books I plan to read. However, I have a ton of books here that I intend to read. I'm not going to get to all of them, and since it is Booktubeathon, they have reading / video challenges. I will be attempting all the reading challenges, however, I will not be doing the video challenges. I might. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I at least will have one midweek update, probably the Thursday, and then I will have a conclusion update at the end of the week. This starts Monday, July 14th at midnight, wherever you are, and it ends on Sunday, July 20th at midnight, wherever you are. The Booktubeathon channel has a whole bunch of videos explaining everything. I feel like I'm promoting it, but why not? It's cool. It's something fun to do. I'll have a link to their channel down below, just so you can see what I'm talking about. If you have no idea, if you have an idea and you're doing it, awesome. Let me know what you're doing. So yeah, without further ado, let's do this. So the first book I plan to read, and this eliminates the first reading challenge, which is to read a book with pictures in it, is A Cook's Tour by Anthony Bourdain. I've really been meaning to read like more non-fiction food type of books, and yeah, this book has some pictures. So hopefully reading challenge number 1 done. Let's do this. Reading challenge number 2 is to start and finish a series in a week. So the video with explaining all these challenges says you can do a duology, can be a trilogy, can be however many. I'm going to pick a duology, and one of these books actually fits into 2 of those challenges because the other challenge is a book with red on it. It has red on it. So I'm going to read the duology of the 13 Little Blue Envelopes, which is the first one, and then the last Little Blue Envelope, which is the second one. That is start and finish. Has red on it, even though this looks pink, it is red, I assure you. And yeah, so I'm hoping to read this. I've had this on my shelf for a long time, and I'm really hoping to do them both. So that's 3. There are 7 challenges altogether. So number 4 challenge was to read a book someone else picked out for you. So I brought my sister into my bookshelf, and I said, pick a book, and she picked Love Letters to the Dead. I'm excited because I really want to read this, and it seems fun. It's not as short as all the other books, but I think I can read it in like a day, maybe 2. The 5th challenge is to read a book of the genre that you have read the least of, and looking on my shelf this year I haven't read any classics, so I'm hoping this also fits in. You're gonna know the second I say the second part. This also fits the 6th challenge, which is to read a book to movie adaptation. You might not, because there's a lot of classics that are book to movie adaptations. And then to watch the movie. So I do own the movie, and I will definitely be watching it because I love the movie. I haven't actually read the book though, and that is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So yes, super looking forward to this. This book makes me super nervous because it is not long but it's super tiny, it's super intimidating, and yeah. Derp face happening. Yes, so that, you say, is 6 challenges. What is the 7th? Well, the 7th challenge is to read either 7 books or 300 pages per day. Probably not going to be reading 300 pages per day because I work 2 of those days. One of those days I'm going out of town with a friend, and one of those days I'm probably hanging out with a friend, so that takes care of 4 days, but I'm going to read as much as I can. So that is 5 books, as you can see. So I have 7 other books that could potentially fill up this pile. Let me show you. So these are Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, because I'm actually currently reading it, and I'm 25 pages in, and I could totally finish this by the end of next week. I have The Unbound by Victoria Schwab, because I read The Archived a couple months ago, and I loved it, so I really want to finish the 2 books that are out so far. I have The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I read this last year, and I really liked it, but I'd love to reread it. I have, so I have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This is on my top 10 most anticipated books of 2014 that I'm probably not going to get to unless I read it during this week. And then the last 3 books I have all fit in with A Cook's Tour by Anthony Bourdain, and they are the other 3 books in the Anthony Bourdain's book collection. So it is Kitchen Confidential, which I've already read. I love it. 100% going to reread it. Medium Raw, and then Nasty Bits. So, yeah. Comments below. Let me know what you plan to read, or if you're taking part in the Booktubeathon. Let me know how you've done in readathons before. And, yeah. I'm gonna go so I can read all of the books. But first, I think this will be super fun to try to hold up all the books. If I can get through all these books in a week, I will be so amazed, but it'll be more like this many of the books. Shh. Okay, bye.